Good morning, I'm Nivareti Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Friday, 16th of May. In this update, the US says a face-to-face meeting between the US and Russian presidents is the only way to achieve productive Ukraine peace talks. In the current negotiations in Turkey, Russia and Ukraine have both backed away from sending their leaders. Sky News reports Donald Trump was also prepared to arrive at the talks if Vladimir Putin turned up. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio says negotiations are the only way to end this war.
The only way we're going to have a breakthrough here is with President Trump sitting face-to-face with President Putin and determining once and for all whether there's a path to peace, and if so, what it is.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump has arrived in the United Arab Emirates to another lavish reception. The US president's 4-day trip to the Middle East is nearing an end, and he's taking part in bilateral meetings at the presidential palace. His previous stops in Qatar and Saudi Arabia yielded several mutual deals, as well as the lifting of sanctions on Syria. Trump says countries are queuing up to sign deals with America.
Our countries will work together. We've become a very hot country. We were not such a hot country 6 months ago, and now I think we're the hottest country, if you want to know the truth.
The UAE already in March committed to a $1.4 trillion investment in AI, semiconductors manufacturing and energy. Team New Zealand will defend the America's Cup in 2027 in Naples. Exact dates for the regatta are still to be determined, but it's expected to be held during the Northern Hemisphere spring and summer seasons. Economic downturn is believed to be causing a drop in the number of trainees and apprentices. Data shows there were just over 122,000 learners last year, down from 12% in 2023. There was also a 19% decrease in the number of apprentices continuing training from previous years. New Zealand Initiative Senior Fellow Michael Johnston says more support is needed in the workplace.
If we introduced a training wage that was graduated as apprentices progressed through their training rather than a flat rate all the way through, that would possibly provide incentives for apprentices.
The Wellington City Council is reminding the public to be kind amid a rise in staff reports of confrontation in public. It's launching an anti-bullying campaign alongside today's Pink Shirt Day, named We Are Wellingtonians. The council's chief people officer, Meredith Blackler, says frontline staff often face intimidation, harassment and bullying, and it needs to be addressed. Since 2016, personal confrontation incidents have increased by 323%, rising from around 400 per year pre-COVID to almost 1,000. And the Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo will be marching on to Auckland's Eden Park for 4 nights next year. It'll grace Auckland for the first time ever in February for its 75th anniversary. In sport, golfer Ryan Fox is near the top of the leaderboard at the PGA Championship Major on the Quail Hollow course in North Carolina after carding an opening round 4 under par 67. New Zealand bowling great Tim Southee is joining the England men's cricket team as a specialist skills consultant until the end of their series against India in July. South Africa have bowed to pressure and will allow players to feature in the Indian Premier League until a week before the World Test Championship final against Australia, starting June 11 at Lord's. I'm Nivareti Manu, and that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.